This program is funded in part by the Bay Bell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop, both located in Bayview.
Side by cruise control and overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, or we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze. Looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back once again to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. And under those beautiful fall skies at Firelands Health Stadium, we're ready for weekend number 12 of the high school football season, or week number 2 of the second season. It is the Division 4 Region 14 quarterfinal as the Perkins Pirates get ready to face the Vermilion Sailors, and they'll be looking to advance on to the Region 14 semifinals as these games get bigger and bigger every week. And this is really where it is, especially a team like Perkins that had such high aspirations at the beginning of the season, to look forward to this part of the year and make sure that business is taken care of week to week. Here's a beautiful entranceway to Firelands Health Stadium, and we're looking at the Pirates coming in with just one loss on the year, and Vermilion coming in at 7 and they'll make it 8-3 on the year. Getting ready for this big battle at Perkins. Vermilion, a team that, boy, they struggled for so long, and over the last couple of years under Bill DeFucci have really built up into what you see as a legitimate playoff contender right now. Yeah, this is always part of the atmosphere that is one of the highlights. All you got to do is follow your nose. It'll bring you right to the grill behind the home stands.
And I had one.
You got to have the burgers and the brats and all freshly done on the grill, and they do it right at Perkins Health Stadium, that's for sure. Pirates getting loosened up and ready for the action in tonight's football game as we see Dylan Grant getting all loosened up and set for this one, and Jalen Santoro, the head coach of the Perkins Pirates. And as we've said, I don't know how many times, when you watch the Pirates, when they come out of that locker room, from the time they make their entrance onto this field, it is game time. It is business time. And they get focused in and locked in on the business at hand. It was Sam Schweinfurth, a quarterback of Perkins, that would play in this football game despite suffering a leg injury the week before. Mild strain of the MCL, apparently, and he's good to go in this one. Put a little brace on and turn him loose.
Gotta hop over. There we go. I don't know why we mix these rules up.
Perkins, amazing numbers on the year, coming into this game, averaging 39 points per game and giving up just 4.6 points per game. It's 51 points on the year, total for the whole year. That is just amazing numbers when you talk about the defensive side of the football. If you want the best seats in the house, you got to get there early and stake your claim. Get the blankets out and get them set. And this is just worth $1 million right here. I love it. Best Buds, feature attraction on the North Coast Game of the Week. Vermilion Sailors on the field and getting set for action in this one tonight. And Vermilion just so much better this season. And you look at Bill DiFucci, the head coach at Vermilion, has followed these kids all the way from when they were young kids, being their, from travel coach to junior high coaches to JV, and now the head coach, I believe in his third season here at Vermilion. And the first season was one of those where the Sailors kind of took it on the chin for a while, but they've turned it into playoff seasons the last 2 years back-to-back, including this one. There's a face that you're going to see for the next couple of years after this one has even done. Bryce Davey with all sorts of talents to offer. And there's Joey Ziegler with the old thumbs up. And, this, ACL injury in the Ziegler family is something that has to stop. Fan of the Week is brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort
Perkins!
in Mansfield.
This is how you respect the Perkins. Respect, loyalty, and go Pirates!
Wow, that wasn't even scripted, for crying out loud. You did a heck of a job. Go Perkins. It's your Fan of the Week for Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield. Work on your script for next week. You know what it takes now to become the Fan of the Week. Here's the captains of the Pirates getting set for the pregame meeting and the toss of the coin at midfield.
You might need one. Go take his.
Here we are like the first week of November, and still, light jackets, sweatshirts. We're blessed, to say the least. A look at the Hermes Parker concrete press box in the background and the fans starting to gather on the home side of the stadium. And, of course, it wouldn't be a pregame without the entrance of the Perkins Pirates High School Marching Band.
Gentlemen, now entering the field for the pregame show, the Perkins High School Marching Band.
Perkins High, that's what these young ladies are cheering for tonight in week number 12 of the high school football season. Last year, these two teams met in the playoffs. Perkins won it 44-6. Before that, they hadn't met since 2020 when the Pirates were a 51-20 winner. 2019, 49-7, and 2018, 38-7. The last victory for Vermilion in this series dates back to 2017 when the Sailors were a 35-12 win. So Perkins has won 4 straight from Vermilion heading into this one, and the second year in a row they have met in the playoffs. There you go. It is TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week, quarter number 1 right around the corner. So what you do is settle in and stay right where you are. First quarter is sponsored on this telecast by Hartung Title, supporting local athletics for generations, not just here, but all across the North Coast. Thanks to Ed Hartung and the bunch at Hartung Title. It will start with Perkins receiving the opening kickoff and Bryce Davey returning that ball out to the 31-yard line. And how is Sam Schweinfurth's leg? Well, let's try it out on first down here and see. And it looks like he is doing just A-OK. Blake Parker hauling that one in, despite the fact that it was well covered downfield. But that one goes for 48 yards. And, put it right on Sam Schweinfurth. He is just fine and ready to go. That ball laid right out there for Parker, and despite the fact he's got a defender hanging all over him, still grabs that ball and holds on to possession of it all the way from their own 31 all the way down to the Vermilion 21-yard line, gaining half a football field on the first play of the game. The time now in that kind of field position for Isaac Bunce to take over, and he'll get 6 yards on the first attempt and add 7 on the second one. And, you know, my math has not always been that great, but if you keep gaining those kind of yards, it's not going to take long before the end zone calls. That's a first and goal from the 8, and Bunce gains 5 to the 3. We're on the 5th play of this drive. Schweinfurth for Collier. Corner of the end zone. That's a winner. And look at the scoreboard in the background. 1:35 into this game, and Perkins on the board first. And when you get deeper and deeper into the season like this one, the earlier you get on the board and make your opponent chase you, the better off you are. Let's look at Schweinfurth. Opening drive, 2 for 2, and a total of 51 yards and a touchdown. Not a bad start for an injured quarterback. I think we can pretty well dispel that at this point in time. Collier with a catch for a 6-0 lead, and Danny Buga on for the extra point attempt, which is true to the mark. And your Civista Bank scoreboard lit up early with a Perkins touchdown and a 7-0 lead. On the return for Vermilion, Logan Peterson has that ball out around the 13-yard line as the Pirates have great coverage downfield. And the Sailors go to work on offense already behind the gun. Guess who made that tackle? Joey Dietrich, making sure everybody knows who was there to make the stop after a 2-yard gain on Peterson. Aaron Mathis is an outstanding quarterback for the Sailors. Ripped down by Dylan Crabtree on the home side of the field after a 2-yard pickup, which would make it a 3rd down and 6. Mathis, a 6'2", 195-pound senior, a true dual threat behind the wheels of this offense. Ball tipped up into the air and incomplete. So on the first series, Perkins' defense holds Vermilion to just 4 yards, and they have to punt it away from deep at their own end of the field, which usually means some pretty good field position for the Pirates. And they'll start this one out at the 30-yard line. Special thanks to the following local businesses who support us here at the North Coast Game of the Week: Wendy's, Mag's Automotive and Machine, Pizza House West, S&H Blinds and Floors, J Bistro Downtown, Snow Trails, Pizza House East, Toft Funeral Home and Crematory, Kaufman and Associates Company, LPA, O.E. Meyer Company, Loris Printing, and Ben Olemaker Realtor. Second series, and here comes Braylon Collier again for a gain of 26 yards to the Vermilion 44-yard line.
41, Evan Coons.
Take my word for it, Collier's right there to make the catch. And here he comes right through the first defender, and Logan Peterson, before Mathis and Kuhn team up for the stop. It's Evan Coons, one of the co-captains of the Sailors, wearing number 41. Isaac Bunce fights for 3. Blake Parker off to a pretty good start, although that one's not going to count. Called back by a penalty flag against the Pirates. So that would turn this into a 2nd down and 16. Really a couple of flags on that one. There was a holding, there was a personal foul against Perkins. And on this one, we get Isaac Bunce getting banged pretty hard right there. Bo Benesh was there to make the stop for Vermilion. Isaac Bunce going to take a pretty good pop right here as you watch Benesh coming from the right side of your screen. Ooh, you can see the jarring motion coming out of Bunce as he absorbed that hit. Held onto the football, though, and went down. Isaac Bunce shows you that, hit me a little harder. See what kind of effect it has on me. Bye-bye. 39 yards for the score. Bunce into the end zone. We watch again right here. The last play before this is when he really got popped, but possibly got him around the feet. They popped him up around the shoulders. Not good enough, and now he's running a relay race with 4 sailors, to which it is no competition. And Bunce puts it away for 6 more for the Pirates. Booga trying to put his second straight through the uprights. And he does, as usual, to make it a 14-0 Perkins lead. Subsequent kickoff. Here's Doug Peterson, Logan Peterson, running it back for the Sailors. And Logan takes it the distance, 84 yards for a score. Now, you stop and think about this for a second, and it's Peterson coming in to field that ball right about the 16-yard line. But when you really think about it, it's like Pirates don't have much practice at this, because usually they're putting the ball in the end zone and the other team just starts from the 20-yard line. It's an automatic. So some tinkering to do with the specialty units there to make sure in the weeks to come that if a team gets a chance to bring it back, that won't happen again. So Vermilion right back in the ball game now. They cut the lead in half to 14-7. What's the best way to answer back an 84-yard touchdown return against you? It's to give the ball to Bryce Davey. You counter an 84-yarder with an 88-yarder. And this is what we talked about before, and the fact that Davey is 5'8", 150 pounds. He's a sophomore, and he can run. And it has all the Pirates jacked up again on the sidelines. Look at Davey. Once he has that edge, ain't nobody going to catch him. Nicely done by the Pirates specialty unit, and in just a matter of 20 seconds, the Pirates go from a 14-7 lead out to a 20-7 advantage. The referee looks at the sideline. Man, that kid can run. We've seen it before, and I think we'll probably end up seeing it again somewhere along the line. That kick pulled off to the left a bit, so it's going to stay at 20-7 in favor of the Pirates on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Even when you catch the ball on the field of play and you back up into the end zone, as soon as you hit the end zone with possession of the ball, that's an automatic touchback. Ball pops loose from Mathis and actually fumbled it forward and out of bounds, so it's a gain of 8 yards. Nothing for Evan Coons. So 3rd down and 1 coming up. And Vermilion will pick up their first down of the football game. Cohen Mooney is a 6-foot-tall, 200-pound senior running back for the Sailors. I'll tell you what, pound for pound, show me a tougher tackler in this league than Reagan Kaufman. And you can see he just bounces back up, looks at the sidelines. Okay, what are we doing next, coaches? See Kaufman coming right across the line to cut off the hole for Mathis. And as certain as they come, along with a little help from Morgan Olemaker. Evan Straub was also there in the pile, but Reagan Kaufman leading the way on that one and stopping Mathis with a yard loss. So it's 3rd down and 8 for the Sailors. And you look at Mathis going up top to complete the ball to Dominic DeFucci, the son of head coach Bill. And the Sailors' second first down on this drive. Caden Legando on the stop. Pass complete to Miles Slosher. And then Cohen will pick up 12 for the 3rd Vermilion first down of this drive. And now, substantial drive in progress. They're at the Pirate 35. Look at Kaufman again. It's like he's got glue on him. As soon as he hits somebody, there's just no getting away, period. Mathis. Oh, hello. Well, you know what? I'm getting tired of Reagan Kaufman making all these stops, so I'm going to punch him where no one's going to see me. Perkins coaches saw it. Watch 77 just haul off and belt Reagan Kaufman to the backside. Now, I'm telling you, Reagan Kaufman's not the kind of person who's going to take to that very kindly. Watch right to your left of your screen, 77. Here it comes. Hey, buddy, trying to do some damage? Not here. But the officials are tipped off to watch 77, and that'll come back and get him sooner or later. There goes Evan Coons. And now Coons right back the other way. Dragged down by a trio of Pirates. Well, I'm telling you, that's the way to turn back the drive in a hurry. And how many times have we seen Joey Dietrich do that this year? And then, of course, strikes up the pose. Yeah, that's typical, too. The officials discussing all of what went on down in the end zone. It's the Dietrich interception. And then the unsportsmanlike. See, a lot of times you catch the second guy. Now, if Brock Myers just kind of keeps his mouth shut and walks off without saying anything, then there's probably not going to be any damage here. However, Joey's going to let him know, hey, I just beat you, dude. Better luck next time. Get out of my face. And that's what gets caught. It's always the second guy. So for Joey Dietrich, it's mission accomplished on two fronts. You intercept the football, you turn them away, and you're going to get the ball in better field position. Thanks to the following businesses for supporting us: J Bistro downtown, Gardner Strayer Insurance Group, Snow Trails, Summit and Motorsports Park, Loris Printing, Pizza Brothers, Kaufman and Associates Company, LPA, Baybell Restaurant, O.E. Meyer Company, Foster Chevrolet, the Chevy Network, Ben Olemaker Realtor, and Greater Sandusky Partnership. So the Pirates will start out on their own 35 instead of the 20 after the unsportsmanlike call against Vermilion. And a gain of 5 makes it 2nd and 5 when our second quarter begins from Firelands Health Stadium on the North Coast Game of the Week. Our second quarter is sponsored by Civista Bank. They are focused on you. Sponsoring a good look at Keon McKinney and the right throwing arm he possesses. It's also sponsored by the Old Fish House with knickknacks, snacks, and BS facts for all who enter the Old Fish House in Huron. Well, the Pirates with a 20-7 lead on our Civista Bank scoreboard as the second quarter begins with a bang. It is Schweinfurth to Bunce. And you can chalk up 28 yards as the Pirates continue with their onslaught of big plays in this football game. After the first down at the 32, Bunce would carry for 7. And Schweinfurth looking and finding the receiver on a deflection. Blake Parker with the catch. I think it's Joey Dietrich that ends up deflecting the ball here. But we'll see as we look again for Matthews Ford. Little ad-libbing going on. Just went off the hands and into the awaiting arms of Blake Parker, who scooped that one right up off the turf. And even if it wasn't clean, he sold it as clean. And the officials counted as a catch. And here goes Bunce. Isaac stopped with a 3-yard pickup. Wasn't a lot, but it was just enough for a first down at the Vermilion 13-yard line. You just start to get psyched up as a defense, thinking, hey, we made a couple of good plays on defense to hold them, and then you got that little slant-in pass to Blake Parker over the middle, and the Pirates extend their lead again. And, you know, this is an awfully tough route to defend. If you look at this, Parker just making that little cut over the middle, and Schweinfurth put it right there in stride, and that is just like an automatic 6 for the Pirates, climaxing a 7-play, 65-yard drive. And the Pirates now for the extra point.
That's good.
Official taking a good look right in front of us there for a 27-7 lead now. Again on our Civista Bank scoreboard. And a wobbly kick that goes out of bounds that time, and Vermilion would take over on their own 35. But, you know, you look back so far, Perkins had one big play, a 48-yarder on the first play of the game. They ended up scoring. After a drive of 1 minute and 41 seconds. It was a minute 39 on the opening drive. And the trade of kickoff returns, of course. The Pirate defense on that sequence where Joey Dietrich intercepted the ball, Vermilion had used 5 minutes and 59 seconds on the clock and came up empty. And then when you have Perkins come right back down the field and score on you, that really takes a lot of the emotional edge right off of it. Now you're fighting from 20 points down instead of being possibly within a score. Mathis handing the ball for Evan Coons. And you've got Straub once again coming across. Evan making the stop, 6'1", 196-pound junior. So Vermilion has shown some ability to move, but then along come Mikey Young and Braxton Martin, and it's like, I don't think so. So Peterson gets thrown for a 3-yard loss, and we'll look at the defensive work once again. First, Mikey Young was there to make at least stop up the hole and get him forced backwards. And Martin grabbing on around the waist and pulling him down. And Mike, he is pumped. Great teamwork. Second time those two have teamed up for a big stop in this game. And now on fourth down, Vermilion has to kick it away again. And Perkins would take over back on their 19-yard line. This one was a little bit screwy because when you look at it from upstairs, this honestly looked like an incomplete pass, but they called it a lateral, so a free ball, and look at that grab. I mean, you're not going to come up with much finer, and this is Blake Parker, who continues to have a great first half on a 20-yard pickup out to the 37-yard line, and this is well worth another look for Matthews Ford, and we'll slow it down. Remember, in high school ball, you have to have at least 1 foot down. Very nicely done, Blake Parker, and a well-thrown ball by Schweinfurth as well. And the Pirates get field position back from way back at their own 7 all the way out to the 37 for a 30-yard pickup. Yeah, this is Braylon Collier breaking a big one, but unfortunately, holding is going to bring this one back and make it a 1st and 17 back on the 30. Now let's start getting that back like right now. There's Joey Dietrich for 18. And what's that we said? It was 1st and 17. 18 more than makes up the difference, and it's another Perkins first down. With a timeout on the field, we thank the following businesses for supporting the North Coast Game of the Week. Matthews Ford, Leslie Murray Law, Fosco Cement, David F. Cook Funeral and Cremation Services, Diedrich Motors, Payne Nichols and Company, Good Time Lake Erie Island Cruises, UBS Financial Services, Crush Wine Bar, Dockside Cafe, Schlesman Seed Company, and Pier Pub. Incomplete pass makes it 2nd and 10. And can you find a Vermilion player anywhere who even put a hand on Isaac Bunce? Now, we all know Isaac Bunce is a great runner, and he will hit that hole fast and make you pay if it's there. But this is where you really have to pay some attention to what's going on up in front of Bunce, because when nobody touches him at all, it's just gravy for Bunce. A hole like that by the Perkins offensive line, that's 6 points every time for Isaac. Look at Reagan Coffin up there. Here's Eli Sanchez helping to open up that hole. And also we've got Bob Hutchinson up there. And you have to kind of rework your offensive line a little bit too because of Joey Ziegler getting hurt. And they can still pull off holes like that. That just makes life easy for Bunce. 52 yards for a score and a 34-7 lead as Grant Hickman back on the field once again for the Pirates and doing some kicking duties. Good to see him back once again. And that was a 5-play, 81-yard drive. Took the Pirates only 2 minutes and 7 seconds to drive 81 yards in 5 plays. And Eli Sanchez like, yeah, it was a heck of a block, wasn't it? It was an outstanding block. He was part of a trio up front that really did a great job on that one. That's a backwards lateral right there to Aaron Mathis, which the Pirates had snuffed out very well for a 5-yard loss. Yeah, worth another look. Here's Mathis fading. And he'll take the pass, and boy, it's nice to give the ball to an athlete in the open field, but when you got Evan Straub diagnosing the play like that, you can forget about it. So excited to spit his mouthpiece out for crying out loud. Yeah, it's worth it. Spit it out all night long if you can make stops like that. So now Vermilion faced with a 2nd down and 15 after that big play by Evan.
Tom got him.
Run! There we go.
Well, that's Mooney. for 1 tough yard to make it a 3rd down and 14. And now Vermilion to punt. And doesn't go so far because the Pirates are right there to block it. Finally covered by Hayden Bellini, and the Pirates will take over on the Vermilion 37-yard line. This may be hard to pick up exactly who it was, but there's 2 Pirates that just come busting through here, and there was no prayer whatsoever to get that punt away. Bellini there to fall on it, make sure it stays in the possession of the Pirates, who take over on, as we said, the Vermilion 37-yard line. Here comes Joey Dietrich. Inside, outside, back again, and all the way down to the spot where he is deep inside
Got a flag.
the 5-yard line. But as you just heard on the sideline, the lack of celebration is because there was a penalty flag on that one. But it's cool to watch this. You know, Dietrich moving inside, now cut to the outside. I'll go inside. Yep, I go outside. Look at Blake Parker sustaining that block, too. I mean, there's more to being a wide receiver than just catching the football. It's helping your teammates gain yardage as well. Parker with a great example of it right there. Like Joey's Brady again. How come not everybody's jumping up and down for me? It's like, holding. Sorry. No play. Isaac Bunce. And now you've got Schweinfurth for the catch. And again, some of these are just phenomenal. Michigan State is pretty smart. First down was no gain. This is Schweinfurth for Bunce, and there was like nothing at the line of scrimmage at all. And now we got a little dance going on over here, and a flag that should have been thrown. But, I mean, they're not going to move it much closer to the goal line anyway. And you're starting to get the feeling there's not a whole lot of love loss going on here, at least not from the Vermilion side. There's Bunce waltzing in for the 1-yarder. And the Pirates extend their lead. Again, point to the offensive line, right over the middle. Just off right guard, you got Vinny Stroll, the center, lying right down at the bottom of that pile of wiped out Vermilion defenders. And again, the offensive line continues to get great ratings in this one. And Isaac Bunce already treating them all after the ball game. Here's Grant Hickman once again for the extra point. And the Pirates now stretch their lead to 41-7, as you can see, with time running out in the first half, and that muffed kickoff down deep in Vermilion territory is going to cost them. 12-yard line is where the Sailors would have to start this drive. Mathis on the quick toss to Aiden Saunders. He picks up 9 out to the 21-yard line. Cohen Mooney for the first down. Evan Straub again on the stop down below, and Travis Crabtree up on top. Well, here comes Bryce Davey again on the interception. And celebration along with Mikey Young, and now this. Oh, and look who's in the middle of it. It's that guy again. And look at Mikey Young. This is what I love. You don't want to get involved in anything like this, and Mikey's aware of that, because if something stupid happens and you get ejected, then you have to miss the following game. And you don't want to be missing games this time of year. Look at Mathis stepping up and tossing this ball off his back foot down the field, and Bryce Davey right there to pick it off and return this ball all the way down around the 23-yard line. Mikey Young kind of beating him up on the celebration. And then after all the dust had settled, our buddy number 77 got tossed from the game. And, you know, this play right here it's kind of like a that's what you get call. Yeah, really, why not? You know, if you're going to try and push us around, watch this. It's that old thing you always do when you're a young kid. You just point at the other guy and you go, scoreboard, and you point the other direction. This is from 23 yards away, and Schweinfurth has looked awfully good in this first half for being banged up the week before. All his numbers in the first half of this game, 13 out of 15, and there's Collier with yet another catch, his second of the first half. Schweinfurth throwing for 3 touchdowns along with 242 yards in one half of football. That's pretty good week's work for most people. Schweinfurth did it in a half. And there once again is Grant Hickman with the extra point. And the Pirates with a 48-7 lead. And folks, still in the second quarter. Vermilion will cover it up on their own 28-yard line, and I think that's about time to end our first half right there. Well, sum it up in 2 words. All Pirates in the first half. It's 48-7. Perkins well in control at Perkins. Our third quarter is being sponsored by the Baybell Restaurant and Bayview Center Bait Shop, both located in Bayview. A good close-up look at the Pirate, and good luck, Pirates, from Assured Partners. And from Loris Printing on Cleveland Road in Sandusky. Good luck, Pirates, through the rest of the playoffs. Hopefully it lasts lots of weeks. Keller Williams, Javenic Realty, Ben Olemaker Realtor, your Lake Erie home team. And there's the Civista Bank scoreboard at halftime. Perkins with this well under control, and you know what that means. 30 points or more in the second half means a running clock, and it means a very quick second half. Ball is out to the 25-yard line where Vermilion starts the second half. And the first play from scrimmage, you get a fumble. So they're marked back 4 already to make it second down and 14. And you're going to start to see some different uniforms on the field for the Pirates. That tackle made by Dylan Grant, familiar name to the Pirates. There's the head and shoulders fake by Mathis. Then he rolls far side, looking to get upfield. Landon Flores making a nice open field stop. And Mathis will kick the ball away. And Perkins would take over on their own 46-yard line. Pirates with their freshman quarterback out there, Logan Wadsworth, 6'1", 180 pounds. And we've heard lots of great things about this young man and what his future holds for him. Wadsworth carries for about 3. And then on 3rd down and 6 from midfield. Catch made by Julian Kessler, but the officials say he was out of bounds before he got either foot down in. We'll take another look here for Matthews Ford. Kessler with a great catch, but the official right on top of it to rule those feet out of bounds and make it a 4th down and 6 at midfield. And you're about to see something that the Pirates don't do very often. Let's punt the football. They didn't do it all in the first half. Collier will send this ball down to the Vermilion 17-yard line.
Come on, DG, get off the ball!
Wadsworth then on the stop for the Pirates. And now that jet sweep. It really doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Their hands were on the running back for maybe a potential loss, but good second effort that time by Logan Peterson gets them the first down after a 17-yard pickup. And here's Peterson going the other way and forced out of bounds. Well, that wasn't a whole lot of fun for Terrence Anders, the second time that he's taken a snap in this football game. Neither one of them has gone well. And you see Deshaun Harper, 6 foot tall, 198-pound junior. Person was a 5-yard loss on a swing pass, and this one on the fumble, and Harper is just making sure he goes nowhere but backwards to the 32-yard line. Would bring up a 3rd down and 20 for the Sailors. Ball's back on their own 32-yard line, and Anders going for the deep ball. And that one will be incomplete. And on the final play of the second quarter, they'll kick the football away. And on the return for the Pirates, Connor Smith goes out of bounds to the near side. Thanks to the following businesses for supporting the North Coast Game of the Week: Holder Sheet Metal, Jim's Pizza Box, O Supplies, Luco, Pizza House West, Sandusky Steel and Supplies, Gnome's Podiatric Medicine, Steineman Hafner Insurance Services, Brady Signs, Cook Aluminum, Wendy's, and BGSU Firelands College. Good luck to all the Perkins Pirates coming away from the folks at Pizza Brothers. Also, Foster Chevrolet and the Chevy Network. The Greater Sandusky Partnership. Go Pirates!
Hi, Mark. See you next year at golf.
There's too much football on the agenda this year. Brady and Vinny and Dylan, that's some of the regulars at Mills Creek Golf Course. Good place to be. Fourth quarter is being sponsored by Civista Bank. They are focused on you. You better focus on this fourth quarter, too, because it's not going to last long. But first, our North Coast Moment. It's brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio. Kind of says it all, doesn't it? And, you know, no matter how often you look at either a sunrise or sunset on Sandusky Bay, there are none two that are ever the same.
It was actually Lake Erie. I shot that in Huron.
Well, in Huron. Yeah. This is shot from Huron, looking all the way across the lake to Cedar Point. Wow. That's good stuff. And maybe most of that, shot will actually be working next year. We'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. All right, here comes our fourth quarter. That is going to start off with a Levi Jackson run. You know, it's weird when you talk about a running clock. I mean, Perkins only had one possession in the third quarter. This is their second possession of the second half. And believe it or not, going to turn out to be their last possession of the game. Ball intended down deep for Paul Keys. And this is going to roll all the way back to the Vermilion 10-yard line. Vermilion's going to be called for an illegal substitution. Well, at least nobody got punched this time. Going to be a first down and 15 back on the 5. You can see in the background, this over 8 minutes left in this game as we say good luck to the Pirates from Kaufman and Kaufman Company, LPA, Mike Kaufman attorney. From O.E. Meyer Company, an employee-owned the propane division, and also from BGSU, Firelands College, Bowling Green State University on Rye Beach Road in Huron. And thanks to the following businesses for also supporting the North Coast Game of the Week. Hermes Parker Concrete, Snow Trails, Savista Bank, Matthews Ford, Cameo Pizza, Daly's Pub, Landmark Kitchen and Bar, Shorehouse Tavern, S&H Blinds and Floors, Laura's Printing, and Assured Partners, Dave Voigt. Vermilion with the football. After starting first and 15 from their 5. And the Sailors have actually shown from time to time an ability to move the football in this game. Remember the drive that took 5 minutes and 59 seconds in the first half, ended by a Joey Dietrich interception in the end zone. And all of the fun and frivolity that would follow there. Aiden Kaiser on that last run for the Sailors, and now Mathis tossing the ball out into the flats for Oliver Roy, one of the captains of this football team, good for 11 yards, and they're out to the 22-yard line. And now Terrence Anders picks up 10. It's another Vermilion first down, out to the 32. Stopped by Levi Jackson after the pickup of 11. Couple of first downs right in a row there for the Sailors. And then nowhere to go for Cohen Mooney. Picked up 3.
We have a second down and 7 for the Sailors.
Yeah, that's the look of a winner right there, Dylan Grant. Knowing there's going to be a next week again for the Pirates, and that's always the goal from week to week, just make sure we get another one. Up until the very last one. Right at the bottom of the pile, the Pirates have Wyatt Woolery, 5'7", 191-pound sophomore, making the tackle. Four first downs on this drive already for Vermilion that started with 9:40 left in the ballgame. And again, with that running clock, one of my cohorts, Bill Hubens, calls it the evaporating clock, which is probably as good a way to look at it as any, because it goes fast. First down number 5 in this drive, and number 12 in the ballgame for Vermilion. Anders tossing that ball to Dominic DeFucci. And he's got a first down all the way down to the 14-yard line as the clock runs down and out as Vermilion kills the last 9 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock. So the Pirates move on and will be facing the Napoleon Wildcats. And you look at Napoleon, it's like they're 5-5. but they've won their first 2 playoff games. They beat 4th-seeded Clearview 49-0, and they beat 5th-seeded Bay 28-0. Napoleon's a 13 seed, but Napoleon played one Division 5 team all year long, and the rest of their schedule is all Division 2 and 3. So they're a team that is ready for the playoffs just because of the competition which they have played all season long, now at 7-5 on the year. Here's Paving the Way, and it's brought to you by Hermes Parker Concrete Limited of Sandusky. Joey Dietrich, great hands. This young man just knows how to make big plays and enjoys making them, as you can see right there. Did you see that? Brady Legando did. So did Brock Myers. Not real happy about it either, but Joey Dietrich's the kind of kid you love to have in your team and you hate to play against. It's Paving the Way, and it's brought to you by Hermes Parker Concrete Limited of Sandusky. And now it's time for Bringing the Heat, brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and refrigeration since 1889. Yeah, Bringing the Heat is Mikey Young and Braxton Martin, 2 of the leading tacklers on this team, and that's just one example of why. Bringing the heat like none other than the Perkins Pirates. It's brought to you by Gunlock Sheet Metal Works on Columbus Avenue in Sandusky. And now your pancake play of the game with a $10 gift card on the table for Sandusky Bay Pancake House since 1966. Well, that is after the Sailors closed within 14-7 and Bryce Davey closed the door. And a backbreaker right there on an 88-yard kickoff return for a score. Bryce Davey, it's little pancake time from Sandusky Bay Pancake House on Milan Road since 1966 with the best breakfast in town. Ah, heck, the best breakfast on the North Coast. Period, bar none.
You set! You bet! You set! You bet! Ready! Attack!
Another week at the office for the Perkins Pirates, who will be playing at Millbury Lake in their next round, the semifinals of Region 14. And the Napoleon Wildcats stand in their way. But that game is the one you're going to be seeing again next week. All right, it's Perkins and Napoleon next on the playoff trail. Come back and join us when we meet again on TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week.